This is what the world's fittest human looks like. Don't believe me? Well, listen to this. Kristian Blumenfeld is the Olympic champion in triathlon. He has the fastest Ironman time in history with an unbelievable time of 6 hours and 44 minutes. For comparison, David Goggins, who I guess you all know, his fastest Ironman time is 11 hours and 24 minutes. And as if that alone was not enough to call him the fittest man on the planet, he also has the highest VO2 max ever recorded. Kristian spends a lot of time in high altitude, especially now in preparation for the Paris Olympics. And that's where he invited me to come meet him to experience firsthand his brutal training regimens.
So it's currently 6 a.m. We're in Sierra Nevada in Spain, and I'm gonna train with the fittest guy in the world. This is just gonna be incredibly hard. I'm curious what we're gonna do today, but I know for a fact that I'm gonna be really freaking tired by the end of today.
Ja, det er helt jævlig.
Magnus, nice to meet you.
You have the highest, is it called VO2?
Yeah, VO2.
You have the highest in the world, I heard, right?
Yeah.
Ever measured. Kind of cool. I wish I could say this. Jeez, it's so hot in here. I'm not a very good swimmer. I think running is my favorite, and then swimming, and then cycling is probably my worst. But it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna be an amateur compared to these guys anyways, because these are like unreal, like they're superhuman. I would think that like cycling would be harder or something, like even running, but yeah.
Swimming is the hardest. Swimming is for sure the hardest, yeah. One of the largest differences you will experience is that swimming is actually quite challenging because already there is a reduced amount of oxygen per liter of air. I will be ready to jump in if I see that it's... So the guys are swimming closer to 5K.
5K, okay, yeah. That's not gonna happen.
Let's see if you get to a 1K.
That's gonna be my goal today. I think I've never swam 1,000 meters before. The question is just if I can swim 1,000 meters in the time they take to swim 5,000.
Or set is actually just 4,007.
But you still have to swim almost 5 times as fast as me.
Yeah.
What do you do if you have to take a piss? Do you piss in the pool? Be honest.
No comment. It depends who's behind you.
So 20 rounds for me. I'm gonna wear some like really high-tech goggles afterwards, but I'm gonna start with these basic goggles while Olav is setting up the high-tech goggles.
It's so hard to breathe. I can't see anything. The goggles didn't fit me at all. When I go back here, it's too hard. 200 meters.
These goggles have a wide range of features inside them because there is a tracker inside here that not only tracks basically your stroke rate, but it also actually can tell something about your head position.
Wow, this is high tech.
Normally you would see these masks on with headgear running. As he comes in, I have to put it onto his face immediately as he comes in, because that allows us to use a technique called reverse extrapolation. And this way I can know with a fairly high certainty what his VO2 max is. So basically here now you can see that I get up the oxygen, how much liters of oxygen he's using, his ventilation and so on. So now we have a good reference. So then afterwards when you are swimming now, we can also see and compare with that as well. Kristian and Gustav sits in around close to 7 liters in swimming, which is the best in the world. Where you are remains to be seen.
So I think I have to explain what VO2 max is, and it's pretty simple. It's how much oxygen your body can absorb. The higher the number, the better. And Kristian has the highest number ever recorded in human history, regardless of sport. So he's the fittest person on the planet.
Now when he comes in, we're measuring the oxygen uptake with this one. And at the same time also I would just check his lactate to see a little bit where he is. My prediction is that he's high on lactate already. They are swimming now probably around 1 to 2 millimoles of lactate is what we would see here. For Magnus, we will see much higher numbers. Where it seems now you're sitting in shy of 4 liters of oxygen. You have to add another 50%, at least 50% on your oxygen uptake in order to be more or less the same place as Kristian and Gustav, at least. I would say that for an average person that are exercising a little bit, you would be around 2.8 liters.
Okay, so I'm higher than like the average.
Yeah, absolutely. Have you measured lactate before?
Never, no.
For lactate, Kristian and Gustav, when they do this kind of set here today, we will probably see around 4 to 5 millimoles when it's a hard set. The highest values we get for Kristian in swimming normally sits around 6-7 millimoles. Kristian is not able to reach these values in swimming.
So yeah, I'm training much harder than Kristian right now. He's a lazy piece of shit.
Basically, you clock in more or less at the same now. So you are within less than 50 milliliters on the previous one, and you are also sitting in around now just shy of 4 liters as well. The faster you can go for the less oxygen, the better it is. So lactate-wise, where do you think you are?
I think I'm a little bit higher than last time. I would say 10.2.
It's actually 11.3.
11.3.
So I just finished a 1,000-meter swim. I feel like so clumsy in the water compared to Kristian when I see how like fluid it is and the way he's turning his head, just barely enough to get oxygen. While I swallowed so much water too. I thought all the data was interesting. The goggles with a head-up display showing the heart rate and also the lactate. I'm like way worse than Kristian and those guys, but I'm also way better than the average human. I think that's good. I was afraid that I was gonna say that I'm a lazy piece of shit. And my max heart rate was 185 and average heart rate was 123. But that was just first out of 3 sessions. Now there's gonna be cycling and running. So this is where you eat every day?
This is breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
But this is where you consume like 6,000 calories? Or do you have like snacks and stuff?
Maybe half of it. I have snacks in the room, so I have some bread and...
And you live in this place as well, right?
Yeah. Normally like Monday and Friday we have like a rest day. So then we tend to go down to Granada and have some restaurant food, which is quite nice.
Is it, when you say rest day, is it like completely resting or is there... No, it's just like a casual 10K run and 5K swim. There's nothing?
Basically, it's like 12 to 15K run and
on the rest day?
A 4K swim, typically.
Okay, so it isn't actually a rest day, really.
Salt and pepper.
1 salt and 1 pepper, right?
1 pepper and 1 salt.
Okay, perfect. Now we have exactly the same. I don't want to take any chances today, so. When I saw the food, I was a little bit surprised. I thought there was gonna be like all organic, fresh food, and it was just way more basic than I thought it would be, and also way more carbs. I thought it'd be like salads and fruits and all that stuff, but it seems like it's very repetitive what they eat. He said that it's basically the same meal every day, and you also have to get a lot of calories in order to be able to train that much. So I guess it makes sense. Like you're the Olympic champion, and now you're defending it this year, right?
Yep.
Do you know who David Goggins is?
Yeah.
Stay hard!
How does his times compare to your times? I think it's just funny because he's like the biggest hero on YouTube.
I don't know what he has done in Ironman.
It seems here that his time is 11 hours and 24 minutes.
Then I was finished with eating, showering.
At the time that he finished.
In my first one I did 7:21.
In your first one?
Yeah.
7:21.
In
and he did 11 hours and 24 minutes.
That's about enough time to head back, have a sleep, change.
Do you have the fastest time? No, Ironman time?
Yeah, or it's difficult to like compare the courses, but that's like I had like a very nice conditions on the swim and flat course on the bike and flat on the run. So that is the fastest like Ironman.
Ever.
Yeah.
Wow.
So what's not too common is to combine it. So I'm doing the Olympic distance, which is like, or sprint distance, which is like 1 hour to 2 hours of racing.
Okay.
And then you have the Ironman, which is like 8 hours of racing. So no, it's like running a 5K on the track versus marathon.
All right.
Normally it's two complete different athletes doing each distance.
Yeah, and you try to do both.
We try to do both.
So the next session is running for you, right?
Mm-hmm. You can see over there we have Granada.
Yep.
So we will drive down to the bottom of the big climb and then head back up again.
All right, so second session of the day.
So this is the main dish of today. Like it's a big one.
Yeah.
Now down in Granada, having 26K uphill. And
it's like this. It's so steep. And what do you have on your, you look so high tech. What's that in your shoe?
Yeah, so this is a power meter, like for running. And here I have a Moxie sensor underneath.
Oh my God.
And a core sensor.
Now we're at 800 meters. What pace are you thinking?
It's hard to say, it depends on how steep it is.
Okay.
But maybe 12, 13K per hour. And then up to 15, 16K per hour
when you start
on the intervals. Wow. So I will do like...
But intervals, so you go fast and then a little bit slower and then fast? Okay.
So like 6 by 10 minutes. So it's like an hour in total of threshold.
Okay. And I'm wearing a lot of clothes. That's not because I'm freezing, but because I don't want to get a sunburn. Yeah, let's...
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Let's get going.
I think, I'm not sure. Okay.
Let's go.
And how long do we warm up for before you start?
Well, normally I do like maybe 20 minutes of warm up. But because this climb is so long, I don't want to be done with my main set.
Right.
Like, I want to get further up in the warm up. So maybe like 30 minutes of warm up. So ideally the lactate should be around 2.5 millimoles.
So
it
means
like,
nothing to me, but yeah.
It's what you had on the swim divided by 5.
Okay, wow. It says my pulse is 153 right now.
120 here, 118.
Yeah. I see where this is going.
Look around, beautiful green terrain, and before you know it, we're up in the snow. It's gonna be good.
I don't think it's gonna be before we know it. We just drove down the whole way, and it's so far, man. It's never ending. How many kilometers is it again?
26.
26.
But the combination now, like the further up we get, the thinner the air we get.
Yeah, that's true.
That's gonna make it harder.
Yeah.
But also it's gonna get cooler.
I'm not in a state to talk anymore, you know?
So I should just keep the...
You can do the talking. I can pretend like I'm listening to a podcast or something. So, I've been running for like 12 minutes now.
Yeah, almost 2K. So soon, we want to have a half marathon left.
Oh my God. Shoot me now.
Up here, it's going to flattening out a little bit. Okay. At 1,000 meters, there is like a flat section.
Oh, nice. Like, I don't understand why you do this on like every day basis. It's so hard and it's like, it's just pain, man.
I was watching, I think like 2 years ago, I was watching the video where you were free climbing.
Yeah.
And then, you know, he told you like it's just simple. Every move is just simple.
Yeah. I'd much rather do that again than to do this. Oh man, I'm really struggling. It's just getting steeper too.
So what's your heart rate now?
179.
Okay.
Yours?
125.
Oh my God.
So it's like getting...
Yours hasn't changed. Oh my God, I don't see the end of this hill. Oh man. No, I can't do it. It's the end for me. I don't want to ruin your... You can just keep going.
Okay, it's gonna get flat over here. Then it's easier. Then you will catch me with the bike.
Okay. Ja. Ja, det är helt jävla.
So at this point, I just gave up following Kristian. I know that he was just warming up at this point. He was going to go way faster. It's kind of like when you run uphill, it's just when you're finished, you're just completely finished. Like I had nothing left in me. I don't know if I looked that tired, but there's just no way I can keep that pace up. So I basically just had to tell him to keep running because I didn't want to ruin his training.
So last time it was 11.2?
Yeah, 11.3 on the highest. Yeah.
I think now it's 14.
14. Yeah, let's see, okay. Yeah, actually 8.7.
8.7 only?
Yeah, 8.7, yeah.
So this test shows you how much lactate is in your blood, and I have about 4 or 5 times as much as Kristian, which means I'm struggling 4 or 5 times as much. So he's basically warming up, or maybe not even warming up at this point.
I'm really not trying to fake this. Like, this was way more tiring than the swimming. Okay, but I'm gonna keep running. Kristian is probably halfway up the mountain already. So 1,000 meters. We started at 750, they said, not 800, so it means I've done 250 meters uphill, 3.5 kilometers. Take off this GoPro. This gives me flashbacks to trying to run a marathon in Death Valley. It's starting to cool down now, but I also feel like I picked up the pace a little bit. I don't know, I'm so close now. Kind of want to give up, but at the same time, this is around the same time I gave up last time. My band-aids are just, I need to take them off. I should feel equally hot. Okay, so I've been running for 32 minutes now, 4.56 kilometers, and my pulse has gone down a little bit because I don't have to follow that maniac anymore. I'm not sure how long I can keep going for, but I can keep going for a little while. Okay, I'm done. Been running for 40 minutes, 6 kilometers. Just gonna get in the car, see how far Kristian's gotten. Like, the running videos I've done on this channel in the past have not been so successful, so it's apparent that people don't want to see me run, but hopefully they want to see Kristian run. So let's get in the car and catch up with him. Oh my God. He's 15 kilometers in now. He still has like 11 to go, and the pace is incredible. What we did is nothing compared to how fast he's running right now. So your lactate now is 2.4?
2.4.
That's crazy. Mine was at 8 when I stopped.
Maybe take off this one to save some weight.
Save weight. I need all the help I can get.
1, easy.
Okay, this.
2,
Yeah,
harder.
okay. Easy, harder.
Yep.
Okay.
I read that in so many books, now it's almost understood.
This bike is very strange to me. The steering wheel is so low. I feel like it's pretty wobbly. Oh, nice.
So this is the only downhill section on the climb.
Okay.
So enjoy it.
I should enjoy it then. I need to get a little bit ahead because Kristian is going to come like a bullet.
I got saved by traffic lights.
Yeah, you did. I was like cruising down and now I have to wait for a traffic light. Oh, now we're driving again. That is great.
To find my number or my FBI file.
But this bike is crazy though. It's so light. I don't know. It's so much different than like a normal bike.
Yeah, those red lights saved me.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy how fast you are though.
So now it's 2 by 10 to go.
2 by 10.
Yeah, and we go on the old road, so it's a little bit nicer
Yeah.
and less traffic.
Because I feel like I'm cycling like super fast, and then he's coming behind me like a monster, you know. It's incredible.
You do one more?
Yeah, I can do one more.
Yeah.
Go left in the... You have to do 2 more.
2 more. Okay.
Then we're done.
2 more then.
3, 2,
Okay.
1,
Yeah.
go!
mean, not to come up with stupid excuses, but my calves are cramping up like crazy, like really tightening. I had the same thing when I tried to run a marathon too. I just feel like a wimp when I like complain about stuff like that. But it's just pretty painful.
So we're probably about 17 kilometers into the ride, and I had to give up. There was just no chance. He just disappeared. I was cramping up. The air felt thin. I had nothing left to give, and I couldn't see him anymore. So it's a little bit disappointing. I thought I would be able to keep up better on the bike, but there was just no chance.
There's one detail on the bike that I was looking at the whole way. It hurts more to lose, but it didn't help me enough though. I couldn't even beat him on a bike, so that says a lot, I think. So I think we're just gonna get in the car and then meet Kristian at the top. Hopefully we can catch him in the car. All right. He doesn't even look tired. Nice. Is this it?
This is it.
Good job.
Actually, a K longer than I remember.
1K longer than you remember?
27.
Oh my God,
So,
what's the time?
2:23.
You don't even sound out of breath or anything. It's crazy. How many people in the world do you think could have followed you off that mountain?
To follow my training plan over time is very few.
Yeah.
So a lot of triathletes even struggle to do the same sessions as I'm doing.
Yeah, because I've heard that scientists thought that it wasn't possible to absorb the amount of training that you do, right?
Yeah, and there is also like the research in the past has shown that it's not possible to absorb the same amount of calories as I'm eating as well.
Well, I'll see you in half an hour then.
Yeah.
It's never ending. I'm gonna eat the same as Kristian, because this is the day in the life of the world's fittest man, and he happened to have Nutella, so I bet you guys didn't expect Nutella to be on the menu today, but neither did I, to be honest. It is really inspiring though to see what his body is able to do. You know, after hanging out with him, I kind of like, I want to do the same. It just seems so nice to be that fit, you know? He also seems like a super focused guy. Like, I've met a lot of dedicated people, but I think he might be the most dedicated person I've ever met. I think most of all, it's just really interesting to see what the human body is capable of. So this is what you ate, pretty much?
Yes,
Bread
pretty much.
and Nutella.
That's a typical pre-race meal.
Okay.
Like bread, Nutella, you can find it everywhere in the world. It's a lot of carbs,
Yep.
and it's simple for your stomach.
Okay, bro, I'm ready.
That's good, let's go. So the trick is, you put the cleats like this, and then you get in the hole, and then you push down. Like push forward and down. There we go. Is it locked?
Yeah, it's locked.
And the way to get it out is that you push your heel out.
Oh my God. Heel out, like,
Yeah.
okay.
There we go.
And now
And
get it
then-
out.
If you try to get it off again.
Yeah.
Up.
Wait. There you go.
Yeah. Easy peasy.
Yeah. There you go. Now I'm connected to both. I have no idea how I'm gonna get off this bike. I just have to never stop.
And the most important thing,
Yeah.
on the outside.
That
There
is,
we go.
It's like a fashion thing. Looks cooler.
It's not just about look, it's about confidence.
Confident.
Like you have to feel, like it
Yeah.
doesn't look right to have them.
Yeah. We have a lot of that stuff in climbing too. You can straight away, if like you can see who's a beginner and who's not, just from the way they're walking, the way they're holding their shoes, the way they have their chalk bag attached. Like there's so many little things. And yeah, I don't want to look like an amateur, so I'm gonna do what you
On
tell
the
me.
outside. There we go.
I think it's crazy the positioning on the bike though. It's like so low. And you're even holding here. And that's for aerodynamics, right?
Yeah, and also comfort. But
Okay.
even like actually sitting like this is often more aerodynamic than
Okay.
being here. So it's like it all depends like how comfortable are you in like the power versus the aero gains.
Yeah, but doesn't your neck hurt after a while?
It does.
Yeah.
Should we do one turn with some high speed?
Yeah.
Are you ready to run? I am under the stairs. Just remember your clothes and the light in your hair. I'll be over the hills in a minute or so.
It's so fun how these bikes are like so fast compared to normal bikes. Look at this. This is how light it is.
This is the stem on the bike. So different stem length means basically we are now extending it forward or back and so on. What happens with Kristian when he does that is that when you are in the drops here and you get a longer stem, you automatically stretch more forward and more forward. Yeah, on the bottom here you can see now the time saving, and here's 1 minute and 52 seconds saved.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Such a big difference.
It's so massive. I think we are too result oriented or too interested in pushing the peak of performance, and we would never go back to Paris Olympics and give it a shot unless we really believe that we would be on top of the podium. If we just thought that we would be attending the Olympics, we have better stuff to do.
The goal is to make sure that we have the rights to wear this color on the bike.
They get
Again,
gold.
for another 4 years.
Right. Well, thank you guys.
Thank you.
I'm excited to watch you win the Olympics. Make sure that you check out Kristian on Instagram and YouTube, and I will see you next time.